Well, howdy!
Hello!
I'm Brittany.
I'm Brad.
And we are AudioShelf.
Before we start, make sure to click that red button down below that says subscribe and subscribe to our channel.
And also hit that little bell so you can be alerted whenever we release a new episode. And you can also check out how to become a Patron member of ours by also checking out the links below. You're below a lot.
Yep.
So today, we are going to be talking about unpopular horror monsters.
Ooh, but they should be popular.
But they should be, because they are important as well.
Very underrated.
Yes, there are so many books that deal with zombies, vampires,
Witches,
ghosts,
haunted houses.
So
So many themes that we've seen throughout the literary world that we love, but we want more.
Yes. There's so many more things. We have monsters that are put together by doctors, a la Frankenstein.
Yes, we have sea monsters like the Doom or the Gloom. What is it called? What are they called? Like the fish and the teeth and the
anglerfishes?
Is that what they called? They're scary.
They're scary, but I don't know if I would read a book about anglerfishes.
But yes, there's tons of monsters that need to be explored.
Like mer people in their actual forms.
Like,
not pretty Disney princesses.
Like sirens.
Or anything like that. Sirens.
Yeah.
Banshees. Oh my god, there's so many. The list goes on and on and on and on.
Yes.
So we thought that it would be kind of fun to talk about the monsters that are often forgotten about. The unpopular monsters that sit at the loser table during lunch. While all of the witches and the ghosts have food fights together or something.
Yeah, and they're win homecoming queen.
Yeah.
Or homecoming scream. Okay.
Yes. So we have a small list of things that we want to talk about with these monsters, books that we have to recommend, but we are also very interested in hearing any books that you have come across that you have read or have heard of that just give a different visual to today's monsters.
So I believe we have one book each that we can recommend. And I will go first.
All right.
So the first book that I would strongly recommend is called Strange Practice by Vivian Shaw.
Ooh.
So I really enjoyed this book, and I haven't read the rest of the series, but I really enjoyed the first installment.
Yeah.
And it's about a doctor who has to perform procedures on the undead. And zombies are like, we just talked about zombies being overrated. No, it's not zombies. It's things like banshees. It's things like mummies. And the doctor has to perform these surgeries in order for her to survive.
Oh.
So it's very creepy, very eerie. And it gives sight into different monsters that we don't really focus on in the book world.
Yeah. We saw that book at the Baltimore Book Fest.
Exactly. The first time we were introduced to it was at Baltimore Book Fest 2017, I believe.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. So that one has been on our together list for a little while. So I'm excited to read that one.
It has a lot of eerie elements about crazy doctor and performing surgeries. And obviously surgeries are scary.
Duh.
So I definitely recommend it. Check it out this Halloween season.
Yes. So my favorite monster that is kind of underrated are children. Children creep me out, especially when they are creepy and they're weird and they just have I don't know, demon presences in them, always. So my recommendation, something short and sweet, is The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a book that we listened to that honestly was just creepy enough for the Halloween season and quick enough. It was an hour and a half, maybe. Very fast paced, but doesn't miss any of the details. And that kid is effing weird.
So weird. There's psychedelic things, he's telling the future, And
yeah.
creepy.
It has to do with a house and somebody coming into a house, and then the strange things with the kid happen. And it's short enough that I don't want to give a full description of it because I feel like the full description can give stuff away.
Well, I remember the summary, and it said it kind of focused on the haunted house aspect.
Yeah.
But really, when you read the book, it was about the creepiness of the child.
It was the haunted child.
It was the haunted child.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what a problem we find often in books is that they try to reel people in with stories that we know and love, like haunted houses. But in reality, it's focused on something different.
Yes. And that kid is weird. And I know that there are a few books out there that deal with like creepy kids.
Hannah Beast.
Yeah.
Hannah Beast is a good option. And Gretchen. Creepy children are all the rage.
Yes. But I feel like they're not so much all the rage in literature. I feel like maybe it's more movies have had them be like Children of the Corn. And, I mean, Chucky was a dial.
The Omen.
Yes, The Omen. All of the like Rosemary's Baby type of things. Like demon babies, poltergeist, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like there is a place in literature now for creepy ass children.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're creepy. They're always creepy. I don't care if they're not possessed by a demon. They're creepy.
Yes.
Get a little heated. Anyway.
But I for one I personally know what it's like.
Yes.
To write a story based on a monster. Oh my God, I'm so nervous to talk about this.
I know you are.
So I am writing a story based on a monster that isn't really known too much in the literary world. And
as a horror creature.
And it's very difficult because my mind keeps going back to this known monster. And I'm like, no, I have to differentiate the two. And so it's really difficult as a writer to basically set the tone for this new literary monster.
Yeah, and to give it its own voice and to not be piggybacking off of something that is well known.
Yeah, and it's not an original monster. Like, I think everyone has heard of... I'm not going to give it away.
No spoilers here.
No spoilers. But everyone's heard of my monster, but they don't really read too much about it. I Googled... and I've searched, and I found like maybe 2 books about it in the lifetime of books.
Yeah. And a lot of the books that your monster is in are children. Like, not children, but like teen. Yeah. Where it's just like a one-off little mention of one. So there's not a lot of research out there. So you're really creating something on your own.
Yeah, there's a lot of Goosebumps books about it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of Magic Treehouse books.
Magic Treehouse.
What is it called?
I don't know.
Magic Treehouse?
Babysitter's Club?
I don't think any books about Babysitter's Club are about this book, monster.
Probably not.
Whew. But I've done a lot of research that's made me have to do the research based on myth and history that's made me learn and made me kind of a smarter individual about this topic because I've had to read a lot.
Are you going to put a resources page in your book like Kelly Coon did?
Ooh, I think I should because I have a lot of little tabs on my internets and...
That's why your computer runs so slow.
Exactly. It's always so slow. What is wrong with me?
Oh, you're researching.
I'm researching.
You're a researcher right now.
Yes.
Research and writer. So anyway, those are just a couple of the books that we have to recommend. Obviously, when Brad's book comes out.
Oh, I'm only 20,000 words deep.
That's fine. You can pick that up too, and you can experience that unique monster. And hopefully next year or 2 years from now, we will have a different set of monsters that we are hoping to see more of.
We need the new monster wave to come in.
Yes. We are tired of vampires, werewolves, witches, and ghosts.
And, werewolves, some of these monsters aren't even depicted as monsters. They're depicted as fantasy creatures.
And romance.
And we don't want fantasy and romance. We want horror.
Yes, we are looking for horror.
The horror genre needs to grow.
Yes. So a lot of the horror that we have also seen with, some of the different horror books are real people doing real crimes. But we want to see fantasy horror.
Yes.
Please.
Please.
So if you know of any fantasy horror, please leave it in the comments down below. Any unique monsters that aren't vampires, werewolves, witches, or ghosts, please leave your recommendations below for us to check out.
We want to.
Yes, we definitely do. And also, if you want to follow along with us, you can find us on Twitter at AudioShelfMe, Instagram at AudioShelfMe, and Facebook at AudioShelf.
Please make sure to subscribe.
Jeez, please.
Please.
Yes, please.
Subscribe.
Yeah. And also, if you want to become a member of our Patreon community, you can find information down below as well. Jeez.
Until then,
Bye.
bye. I meant to say until next time.
Oops. You mixed it up, just like monsters.
Good one.